Project Cost is an easy-to-use add-on for Microsoft Dynamics GP. Today, I'd like to share with you how simple it is to use Project Cost and how when using Project Cost, it really is like hitting the easy button. First of all, notice that Project Cost is a module that's installed in Dynamics GP, and notice that it's organized exactly like all of the other modules within GP. So for Dynamics GP users that already have experience with using the standard modules within GP, it's very easy to navigate in Project Cost because many of the screens are organized in the same way as, the other modules. So let's now take a look at the Project Explorer window. And the first thing you'll notice is how beautifully organized it is, just like your Windows Explorer window. And notice how each of the projects is organized into nice, easy folders. And here we can see that each project can have tasks and then subtasks and even sub-subtasks. So you can basically create the projects in as easy as you want or as complex as you want. Now, I want you to see how easy it is to create a new project from an existing project. So for example, I'm just going to take this project here that's 101 Perry Street, and all I have to do is click this Auto Create button. And here we're using the auto numbering feature within Project Cost. So we just allow the next project ID. And here, for example, I could put in a new address like let's say 789, let's say Main Street. And I could put in customer information if that's needed, but it's not required. And then here, all I have to do is click the Auto Create button, click Continue, and notice the new project has been created successfully. And so notice down here, I have 789 Main Street, and it has all of the tasks and subtasks as the original project. And literally in less than a minute, you can create a new project and begin coding transactions to that project. So again, that's one example of how easy it is to use Project Cost in Dynamics GP. So now let's also see how tightly integrated Project Cost is with all of the other modules. For example, if you're entering in an AP invoice, you don't have to learn a new way of doing this when using Project Cost, because you're going to be using the exact same entry window as you always have for entering in AP invoices. You can select your vendor, then you can put in your vendor's invoice number, and then enter the invoice amount. And then the new thing with Project Cost is after you enter the amount, basically it will just simply open the Project Cost window. And here is where you can code the transaction to a specific project. Notice I have my 789 Main Street project down here, and I can select a specific task to code this project to. And also I can select an account. I'll just pick any account. You can also set up default accounts. So it automatically will use whatever default account you've selected for the task. And then all I have to do is insert that, save and close, and I'm done. Or if I wanted to, I could also split this invoice across multiple projects. Notice here I could put in a specific amount for just this one project task and insert that, and then put in another amount for another project task. And so I could split this $1,000 invoice as many different ways I want across multiple projects and tasks. In this case, I'll just hit the save button. Notice that closes it. And now I'm ready to save this to a batch or post and move on just like I would any other AP transaction. So again, without having to learn new ways of entering invoices, you can use the standard functionality of GP and then just use the additional window to code the transaction to a project. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at another easy way to use Project Cost. I'll go ahead and close this one. And so in the same way, let's say that you're needing to enter a sales invoice and record the revenue against a project. Well, there's several ways to do that, but the easiest way is to just use the standard sales transaction entry window, create your invoice, put in your line items, and then again use the same project cost window pop-up to code the transaction to a project and task. So without going into a lot of details here on doing all the data entry, again, you're using the standard functionality of GP and just using the additional window to code the sales to a specific project. And then also within GP, as you know, we have a very powerful tool called Smart List. And notice that when Project Cost is installed, it also creates a folder here within Smart List. And so notice you're able to see all of your projects within Smart List, your tasks. You're also able to see transactions. You can create your own favorite views of your transactions by project, by date range, and so on. You can export these to Excel. And also there's some very powerful smart lists in here, like being able to see your actual versus budget comparisons. And again, you can modify these to add or remove columns, move them around. But this is a great summary to show you revenue and profitability on each of your projects. So again, you're using the standard functionality of GP, using the same tools that you've already learned before, and now you're just applying those with Project Cost. So the learning curve is very easy, and you'll be up and running with Project Cost in no time at all. Thank you for watching this, and hope to be talking with you soon.